around look at each other. And now before we start, and I would like to invite my brother and sister, introduce yourself. Where do you live and what's your name? How do you meet together? And introduce yourself. Okay, now I would like to invite the Sangha to listen to the sound of bell, and then we start. Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dhammaya, Namo Sanghaya, Namo Bổn Sư Thích Ca Mâu Ni Phật, Namo Bổn Sư Thích Ca Mâu Ni Phật, Namo Bổn Sư Thích Ca Mâu Ni Phật. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa, Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa, Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Respectfully pay homage to the Buddha, the Honored One, the Worthy One, the Exalted One, the fully awakened and enlightened One. Good evening, dear Dhamma sister and brother. Today is February 15, 2022. We are at the Pháp Nhãn Temple on a Zoom of Buddhist study. First of all, we would like to pay homage to the Buddha, the wonderful Dhamma of the Buddha, and the harmonious Sangha. I would like to wish you all peace, joy, happiness, and understanding together. Now, before our class start, and I would like to introduce myself. My name thầy Trừng Sỹ, the abbot of Pháp Nhãn Temple in Austin. Our class start around more than 1 year, and we study the book named Freedom, Stepping into Freedom. Now part 4. And right now, before we start, I would like to mute on, and then I would like to record.
Recording in progress.
Yes, and then I introduce myself again. My name Venerable Thầy Trừng Sỹ, the abbot of Pháp Nhãn Temple. I have website phapnhan.org, and I live in the neighbor of Austin, Texas. I volunteer to open Zoom Dhamma class around more than 1 year, and right now I would like to invite Brother Hilak. What's your name? Where do you live? And how do you meet together? Now I would like to invite you one by one.
Thank you. Hi everybody. I'm Brother Hilak. I live in Frisco, Texas, just north of Dallas, and I met Thai almost 10 years ago now. I think it's going on 9 years actually, almost 10. And I met him in Austin on a plane flight from Austin to Atlanta, and we just then kind of magically kept meeting after that, and we've stayed in touch ever since. Then I moved to Texas 6 years ago, and lived kind of about 4 hours from Austin, so I've been to the temple a couple times to visit and go through some of the ceremonies. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it, and I'm glad to be here. Thank you all.
And how and when and where do you have Hilak name?
Oh yeah, on the plane flight from Austin to Atlanta, I was asking everything I ever wanted to ask about Buddhism, and we were talking, and he taught me a song and everything, and it was just great. And then before we landed, Ty grabbed my arm and he said, "I will now give you your Buddhist name." And I said, "What?" I said, I can't handle that. That's too much responsibility. I was scared by it, right? And but Ty said, "No, you're a Hilak, which means peaceful joy." and I was flattered. I was overwhelmed, and I've been trying to learn as much about Buddhism as I can to live up to my Buddhist name. So thank you, Minister Thai.
Another time, which song you learn, and do you remember that song?
You're gonna put me on the spot. I only remember bits and pieces of it. I'd have to revisit that. Happiness is here and now. I have dropped my worries. No place to go, nothing to do. There's no reason to hurry. I think it goes something like that.
Yes, you memorize very good. Thank you, Brother Hilak. And from that time until now, you keep the Hilak name, and another time you always smile. Okay, thank you, Brother Hilak. And right now, I would like to invite Brother Pháp Thành and introduce yourself and how you become a Buddhist monk. And another time you introduce sister, brother, they know who you are.
Hi, I'm Situ Pháp Thành, novice monk under Master Thai Trừng Sỹ at Pháp Nhân Temple. And about, I would say it was a little over a year, or about a year ago, saw the Buddhist study class on the website and decided to join and met Thai Trừng Sỹ, and from there kept studying the Dharma and was interested in seeing what it was like to be a monk and live precepts and live the Buddhist teachings as much as I can, and I had the opportunity to come under the teacher's wing and learn the Dharma, and been here ever since, studying with all of you. Yeah. Thank you, Thai.
Thank you, Brother Pháp Thành. And before you become a Buddhist monk, and before are you pastor? And you introduce yourself a little bit. Another time, somebody, brother, sister, know you more.
Yes. So a few years ago, for about 5 years, I was a youth pastor, did a homeless ministry, evangelical outreach, and crisis counseling for families. And then 2 times a week I met with a youth congregation and would teach them the Bible. So moved from being a Christian youth pastor and into Buddhism. Yeah.
And when you're ready to become a Buddhist monk, and then what do you feel and how do you feel? What and how?
I felt very honored, very supported. Yeah, that's I guess the number one thing was had a lot of support. So very grateful to have the opportunity to practice the Dharma. So learned a lot, and yeah, it's been very nice. Yeah.
And do you remember Here and Now song?
Yes. Do you want me to sing the Here and Now song?
Yes.
Here and now we practice together. Our happy lives we live in peace and joy. Body and mind we live in harmony. Present moment we live so happily. Present moment we live so happily. Okay.
The order of this song under Thầy Trừng Sỹ. That's why Brother Pháp Thành remember that song when go somewhere, present that song, and everybody welcome and happy. Okay, thank you, Brother Pháp Thành. Now we would like to invite Sister Thúy. Introduce about yourself and how do you have this class. That's why where you live. Now please.
Dạ, con cảm ơn thầy. Thank you, Master. My name is Thúy and I live in Texas. The city is Murphy. It's like 10 miles away from Hida, and we are north of Dallas. And I've been here since for a long time ago, since the 80s, I think it's the 80s. In the 80s, I moved to Texas. So it's been like 40, almost 50 years ago. And right now I am retired from working for the government for like some 30 years. And I'm watching my 2 granddaughters, and I also teach yoga. So I teach 7 days a week and 2 nights a week. So I have full-time teaching yoga. So, and then my class is free, so you can join me in the morning or at night. So I welcome, and I teach through the Zoom too. So I'm using Zoom to teach. And my students are all over the country, all over the world. From Vietnam, Canada, California, Hawaii, wherever they want to. I have right now like almost 50 students.
Oh.
So I enjoy it very much. Keep me busy, out of trouble. So that's my life.
And one thing more, and how do you, why we have this Zoom class?
Okay. I been studying with the Trừng Sỹ for more than a year since beginning of the class, the time, from beginning, very beginning. So I'm the first, and then go to Villa is 2 of us is I think is the oldest, and then we started back there like a year ago, more than a year ago. So it's in December, is that right?
Yes.
I think it's December.
But the main reason we had that.
Oh. Okay, the main reason was, I have my brother, and he passed away because of COVID, and he went to Trừng Sỹ, and I think it was like 2 years before, right? And
yes.
then we continue to
after he passed away.
So we can continue to study and then keep the class going because of time too. So, but then we had a class. At first we are like 5 of us, like the friend of mine, and then we just get together and then pray for him. And then later on, Trừng Sỹ came in, and then he said, why don't we make a class to teach. So since then, we just continue to go on until now. So it's very blessed to have that willingly to teach us. So it's very blessing.
Thank you, Sister Yu Thúy. Do you know, as you know, when her brother, cô Yu Thúy brother, who passed away at the time, we keep holding this class from the beginning more than 1 year until now. We have this class because he passed away, and he think if last spring the weather very good, he will came here and he joined the spring retreat. But at the time COVID come, and the class he didn't have a good time to come here in person. And then when he passed away, cô Yu Thúy would like to invite Pháp Nhãn Temple to open the Zoom, or the first time the FaceTime, and then other time open the Zoom, and after 49 day and night, that's it, no more. But other time the class going on very interesting, very happily, and cô Yu Thúy and cô Bích Từ Lạc, brother Pháp Thanh Hy Lạc also, and in give suggestion. Now please keep the class and going on, and other time we study the Buddha teaching by Zoom, on a Zoom. Other time on that time until now we have this class. Before we start, before I would like to invite sister cô từ Bi Lạc introduce Vietnamese, and then we would like to thank we would like to express deep gratitude to cô Diệu Thúy brother. His name Minh Trí. He very nice and very kind. Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dhammaya, Namo Sanghaya. Yes. Right now we would like mời cô Diệu Thúy introduce Vietnamese a little bit. Cô Diệu Thúy đang ở đâu và học Phật pháp như thế nào và cảm thấy như thế nào in Vietnamese, and a little bit mời cô từ Bi Lạc nha. Yeah.
Dạ, con cảm ơn thầy. Thưa thầy, con tên là Diệu Thúy, con sống ở Dallas, thành phố Murphy, cách Dallas khoảng 10 dặm về hướng Bắc. Và con sống ở đây cũng khoảng 10 năm, nhưng mà con chọn về Texas thì cũng khoảng 40 năm rồi. Thì con biết qua Zoom hồi bắt đầu cái lớp học là từ cái buổi mà tụng kinh của tụi con để mà cầu nguyện cho anh con là anh Hải, anh Minh Trí. Thì anh Minh Trí lúc đó là đang bị bệnh, đó, thành ra anh bị bệnh Covid, thành ra tụi con cũng họp lại. Vì anh trước khi mà anh Hải còn sống thì anh Hải có nhiều bạn lắm, bạn của con cũng là bạn của anh Hải luôn. Thành ra các chị họp lại nhau rồi tụng kinh cho anh Hải, làm lễ cho anh Hải. Rồi nhưng mà rồi con nghĩ là cũng cái nghiệp, thành ra anh không có được cái lợi, cái phước là anh bình phục mà anh đã phải ra đi. Thì con cũng may mắn, anh Hải cũng rất là may mắn là có thầy hướng dẫn để mà tụng kinh được 49 ngày cho anh Hải. Và sau đó thì mới ban đầu thì cũng rất là bỡ ngỡ là cái FaceTime nó cũng không có được suôn sẻ. Thành ra về sau này thì thầy mình nói là mình nên qua bên cái Zoom thì nó dễ chịu hơn, thì nó dễ dàng hơn. Thì con cũng thấy là cái Zoom nó rất là dễ dàng và rất là dễ chịu, rất là dễ dùng. Thành ra cái lớp thì nó cũng nhờ vì vậy mà nó suôn sẻ, nó tiến bộ hơn lên. Và con cũng học rất là nhiều, tại vì Đức Phật dạy thì rất là thực tế. Thành ra mình trong cái đời sống hàng ngày là thực tế đến cái độ mình không ngờ được là nó như vậy, nó hiển nhiên như vậy. Thành ra con thấy rất là thực tế, rất là hữu ích cho mặc dù mình đã biết rồi, nhưng mà đây cũng như là những cái lời mà mình cũng như là mình ôn lại. Thì người xưa cứ nói là Phật ôn mà võ luyện. Thì con thấy là mình cứ luyện, cứ học đi học lại hoài thì nó nhớ. Và một điều mà mình học không những là mình học, nhưng mà mình phải sử dụng, mình phải thực tập. Chứ còn nếu mà mình cứ học mà mình không có thực tập thì nó sẽ không có tốt gì cả. Thành ra là thực tập là cái vấn đề mà rất là quan trọng và rất là khó khăn. Và đó là cái đầu tiên mà mình muốn là mình phải thực tập, mình phải thực hành những cái lời của Phật dạy. Bởi vì Phật dạy rất là dễ, mình nghe rất là dễ dàng, nhưng mà thực tập thì không có dễ một chút xíu là hết, rất là khó khăn. Thành ra tôi thấy cái đó là một cái vấn đề mà con đã học được.
Dạ, cảm ơn cô Diệu Thúy. Thì nãy cô Diệu Thúy có nói đó, thầy cũng cảm ơn cái lớp học mà chúng ta có là nhờ anh trai của cô Diệu Thúy là chú Minh Trí á, chú Lâm Trung á, sau cái lớp học nó duy trì. Thì cũng cảm ơn và hồi hướng phước lành này, những gì chúng ta làm hồi hướng cái hương linh của chú được nghe kinh nghe kệ sinh về thế giới lành. Cảm ơn cô. Right now we would like to invite Sister Yumi, and how do you meet together, and the first time you come here and where you live, and you please introduce yourself. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Yumi. I'm in Fountain Valley, California. I met Thầy right after that in Garden Grove at Linghua Temple. I had really only gone to temple like once a year, kind of just to pay my respects, because my father, my grandmother, and my grandfather are, I guess, they're pitchers at the temple. So I've been going to Linghua Temple since I was a child, probably maybe 8 or 9 years old, but everything was in Vietnamese. And I didn't understand Vietnamese, so we went through the whole process. We went there, we sat, we listened to everybody chant, but I couldn't read anything. I didn't understand anything, and we kind of just went, we just sat there without understanding anything. So as an adult, I kind of just, I still was interested in Buddhism, but, was never able to find anybody who taught Buddhism in English. So then I just relied on books, but was never able to, find an actual temple that, taught in English. And so I had gone to Linghua Temple right after that to visit the master there, because I've known him since I was a child. And he's getting older now. So then I brought my mom back because we've been part of that temple for a really long time. And so that's where I met Tai. And I was really happy because he speaks English. So, and then he gave me, we sat there, we talked for probably an hour or two, and he introduced me to the Dharma and like the 5 teachings. He says there's another 6th one. He says so he sent me all that information, and he said that my job is to memorize everything. So I've only started on the first one, and it's not that easy. My life is pretty busy right now. I'm going through some life changes. I'm currently going through a divorce. So I kind of, through this whole change, I have an 8-year-old son, and I kind of wanted to, go and, delve into, back into Buddhism and religion, because I like to kind of like, I believe in the teachings, and I kind of want to just, detach myself and let go of all the things that are, keeping me from being free. So I want to like, kind of detach, don't get too emotional about things, and, try to not be so materialistic, and just a lot of the teachings that Buddhism teaches. And I want to instill that in my child so that he grows up to be a decent, good child. So.
You have the 5 daily chantings, and right now, from that time until now, how many chantings you learn by heart?
None. I recorded the first one, and I listened to it every day, multiple times a day on my way to work, but it's not that easy. And then also my life is very busy because I practice medicine. And so, I work, 32 to 40 hours a week, and Tuesday is my only day off. And normally at this hour, I'm still working. So I was fortunate enough that Tai reminded me that there was a class today. But, life is kind of crazy being a single mom right now and working full time. So
okay.
But I'm working on it. I actually printed out all the teachings, the 5 chantings, and I put it in this book right here.
Oh, good job.
Yeah.
And I have your email, and I will send the daily chanting number 6, and meditation guidance, and I will send to you maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow. Thank you, sister. And when our class starts, other time I invite you to speak English, and other time translate a little bit Vietnamese, your duty. Okay. When you speak English, other time you can speak a little bit Vietnamese, and then the people who don't understand English, other time they understand the Buddha teaching in Vietnamese. Thank you, sister.
It's really hard. I actually ended up going to Vietnamese school, and then it got shut down due to COVID. But my primary language is English, but I do understand Vietnamese. I can speak Vietnamese just very, very little, though. So
That's why brother Hy-Lak and Pháp Thanh have the Dhamma English, and some thing you don't know, a lot of time collect their phone, and sometimes make friend and ask about the Buddhist study.
Okay.
together. He like give sister phone and brother Pháp Thanh also, and ask about the Buddhist study all the time. English easy for you to follow step by step. Okay, thank you, Sister Yumi. Happy you are here with us. You are there with us. Right now, I would like to invite Brother Vincent introduce about you and yourself, and what's your name, and where do you live, and how do you know this class? Now, please.
From Orange County, California. I met Clay at the same temple that we met after death. And you know, I have a teacher that I've been working with for over a year now. He also teaches in English through Zoom. I was studying with him for two times a week. Now I only do one time a week because I am doing another recovery program. My life hit rock bottom maybe a year ago, and I decided to turn my life around and get sober. So I've been sober off drugs and alcohol for over a year and a half. Trying to figure out my real addictions and getting through that right now. And just been relating to wholesome programs and Buddhist teachings to try to better my life. And I just get away from the materialistic things that I've always been. I always chased after in more ways. And now I just want to live life happy and wisely.
Okay, thank you, brother. Do you have your cell phone number? Can you give me?
Yes, I put it in the chat.
Yes, please. And I write now. Your cell phone number 714, right? And you can type 7. He like brother and Pháp Thanh follow and write for me, and you me also write, and other time and email your email also. And how about your email? Brother Pháp Thanh and he like and write for me, and then take a message, and then my phone number 512 366. This is my phone number. Okay, and then I have information and I email to you on. Okay. Yes. Okay, write one by one, and then collect together. Other time I will send email the whole thing to you. Okay, thank you. Now, do you follow step by step? Ready? Okay, thank you. Okay, right now we would like to invite Sister cô Từ Bi Lạc introduce a little bit Vietnamese. Cô mời cô Từ Bi Lạc giới thiệu xíu cô ở đâu và cô học Phật Pháp và cô cảm thấy thế nào. Rồi sau đó chúng ta bắt đầu.
Dạ, kính thưa thầy, con là Từ Bi Lạc. Con hiện giờ con đang sống ở Garland, Texas. Con ở đây đã được 30 năm rồi. Rồi bây giờ thì con tu ký rồi, con ở nhà. Từ lúc ở nhà thì con lúc đó giữ cháu thôi. Nhưng mà bây giờ cháu nó lớn hết rồi, con hết giữ rồi. Bây giờ con vô cái lớp học Phật Pháp với thầy. Sở dĩ con vô được cái lớp học của thầy là cũng nhờ cô Diệu Thúy. Lúc đó thì anh cô Diệu Thúy bệnh rồi, mấy chị em mới họp lại giống như cô Diệu Thúy giới thiệu hồi nãy đó. Thì qua cái lúc đó thì con mới biết, rồi con mới tiếp tục học với thầy. Thì học với thầy con rất là thích, mặc dù là con rất là hạn chế về suy ngữ, nhưng mà nhờ cái sự khuyến khích của thầy và của cô Diệu Thúy mà con đeo được tới ngày nay. Con học rồi con rất thích những lời của Phật dạy đó, thì con cố gắng con nhớ để mà con học theo này và hành theo lời Phật dạy, vì con thấy nó rất là hữu ích trong đời sống hàng ngày. Cho nên con tiếp tục ráng con đeo đuổi con học theo. Cái gì con không biết con gọi con chứ mãi nữa.
Dạ, cảm ơn cô Tường Vi Lạc. Cảm ơn cô giới thiệu nha. Để chút vô cái bài học là cô Diệu Thúy translate from Vietnamese and English together right now. Okay, how about Sister Hạnh Minh, the last person? If you have free time. Okay. Maybe yeah. We don't see your picture. Okay, good.
United States around 30, nearly 31 years. I came from Vietnam with my family, and we are living, the whole family living in the Austin. I got brother and sister living in Austin from 1991 until now. We don't move anywhere. So luckily the whole family is support together, and I met Venerable Trừng Sỹ around 10 years ago, and he told me to become a Buddhist nun, and I'm lucky, look like brother Hila. Yes, and I study computer information system. I graduated in 2004, and I study MBA master around 2 years, but not graduated yet. And I met Trừng Sỹ, and he said I need to get rid of everything around me, because if we want to be a nun or monk, we don't need to go to work outside the Buddhist outside the Buddhist study. That's why I graduated from the computer, and I worked in the computer company 2 years, but when I became to be Buddhist nun, I study Master of Buddhist Studies online, and I just focus into the Buddhist teaching. I don't study anything about the outside the Buddhist studies. So I'm very grateful to Master Trừng Sỹ to advise me. Don't let everything off, because Buddha teaching is the most important for us to study. That's why now I study many Zoom about Buddhist study, and I finished with the Zoom Nikaya about the Middle Length Discourse of the Buddha teachings, 152 lessons, sutras. Then we finished. Now we continue the long distance, the length discourse. This means it's longer than before, and we study, and I hope we will finish the discourse, and we still continue Nikaya, because the Nikaya we have five components, so we need to finish it. So thank you for your study, Mr. Guishan2 and Mr. Villa, because they keep going on the Zoom. That's why we have this Zoom. So if no Miss Guishan2 or Mr. Villa, we cannot make the Zoom bigger and very interesting like this. So thank you, Thanh and Hila. If you don't speak English, we cannot discuss in English. So thank you so much for your all, and very welcome Yumi and Vincent. And I think if you can contribute our class more interesting. But the first, we need to thank you, Master Trừng Sỹ. He made the class, and thank you all. And I wish the Happy New Year to you. May the Buddha bless and protect you all in any time and anywhere. Thank you so much for your listening.
Thank you, Sister Hanman. That's why you study the Buddha teaching very good, and you and brother Thanh and Hila, and study the Buddha teaching together. And near future, I would like to introduce about brother Hila. In near future, he will become a monk, and that's why he rebelled to study now. Okay, thank you, Dhamma system brother. Right now, our class start to study right now. Thank you. Okay. Can you see? Can you hear? Can you see this clear one by one? Before we thank you. Before we start, and I would like to invite brother Thanh to change daily number 6. Yes. Before we study. Okay. Brother Thanh.
Namo Bổn Sư Thích Ca Mâu Ni Phật. Namo Bổn Sư Thích Ca Mâu Ni Phật. Namo Bổn Sư Thích Ca Mâu Ni Phật. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sammasambuddhassa. Respectfully pay homage to the Buddha, the world-honored one, the worthy one, the exalted one, the fully awakened and enlightened one. Discourse on practicing spreading compassion and loving kindness daily to all directions. Metta and Ubbana Sutta. May I be safe, well, happy, and peaceful. May I be free from enmity, disease, grief, and suffering. May I take care of myself happily, freely, and calmly. May all beings in the eastern direction be safe, well, happy, and peaceful. May they be free from enmity, disease, grief, and suffering. May they take care of themselves happily, freely, and calmly. May all beings in the western direction be safe, well, happy, and peaceful. May they be free from enmity, disease, grief, and suffering. May they take care of themselves happily, freely, and calmly. May all beings in the southern direction be safe, well, happy, and peaceful. May they be free from enmity, disease, grief, and suffering. May they take care of themselves happily, freely, and calmly. May all beings in the northern direction be safe, well, happy, and peaceful. May they be free from enmity, disease, grief, and suffering. May they take care of themselves happily, freely, and calmly. May all beings in the southeast direction be safe, well, happy, and peaceful. May they be free from enmity, disease, grief, and suffering. May they take care of themselves happily, freely, and calmly. May all beings in the northeast direction be safe, well, happy, and peaceful. May they be free from enmity, disease, grief, and suffering. May they take care of themselves happily, freely, and calmly. May all beings in the southwest direction be safe, well, happy, and peaceful. May they be free from enmity, disease, grief, and suffering. May they take care of themselves happily, freely, and calmly. May all beings in the northeast direction be safe, well, happy, and peaceful. May they be free from enmity, disease, grief, and suffering. May they take care of themselves happily, freely, and calmly. May all beings in the northwest direction be safe, well, happy, and peaceful. May they be free from enmity, disease, grief, and suffering. May they take care of themselves happily, freely, and calmly. May all beings in the direction above be safe, well, happy, and peaceful. May they be free from enmity, disease, grief, and suffering. May they take care of themselves happily, freely, and calmly. May all beings in the direction below be safe, well, happy, and peaceful. May they be free from enmity, disease, grief, and suffering. May they take care of themselves happily, freely, and calmly. May all beings on the left side be safe, well, happy, and peaceful. May they be free from enmity, disease, grief, and suffering. May they take care of themselves happily, freely, and calmly. May all beings on the right side be safe, well, happy, and peaceful. May they be free from enmity, disease, grief, and suffering. May they take care of themselves happily, freely, and calmly. May all beings in front of me be safe, well, happy, and peaceful. May they be free from enmity, disease, grief, and suffering. May they take care of themselves happily, freely, and calmly. May all beings behind me be safe, well, happy, and peaceful. May they be free from enmity, disease, grief, and suffering. May they take care of themselves happily, freely, and calmly. May all beings around me be safe, well, happy, and peaceful. May they be free from enmity, disease, grief, and suffering. May they take care of themselves happily, freely, and calmly. May all beings who love me be safe, well, happy, and peaceful. May they be free from enmity, disease, grief, and suffering. May they take care of themselves happily, freely, and calmly. May all beings who hate me be safe, well, happy, and peaceful. May they be free from enmity, disease, grief, and suffering. May they take care of themselves happily, freely, and calmly. May all beings who are friendly to me be safe, well, happy, and peaceful. May they be free from enmity, disease, grief, and suffering. May they take care of themselves happily, freely, and calmly. May all beings who are unfriendly to me be safe, well, happy, and peaceful. May they be free from enmity, disease, grief, and suffering. May they take care of themselves happily, freely, and calmly. May I be free from enmity to anyone suffering nor mental suffering. Keep the body and mind always peaceful. May my parents and siblings be free from enmity to one another, neither physical suffering nor mental suffering. Keep the body and mind always peaceful. May my children be free from enmity to one another, neither physical suffering nor mental suffering. Keep the body and mind always peaceful. May my relatives and lineages be free from enmity to one another, neither physical suffering nor mental suffering. Keep the body and mind always peaceful. May my patriarchs, teachers, sisters, and brothers in the Dharma be free from enmity to one another, neither physical suffering nor mental suffering. Keep the body and mind always peaceful. May my disciples be free from enmity to one another, neither physical suffering nor mental suffering. Keep the body and mind always peaceful. May my friends and intellectuals be free from enmity to one another, neither physical suffering nor mental suffering. Keep the body and mind always peaceful. May all donors and givers be free from enmity to one another, neither physical suffering nor mental suffering. Keep the body and mind always peaceful. May living things and living beings all over the planet be free from enmity to one another, neither physical suffering nor mental suffering. Keep the body and mind always peaceful. Namo the original master Sakyamuni Buddhaya. Namo the original master Sakyamuni Buddhaya. Namo the original master Sakyamuni Buddhaya. Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dharmaya, Namo Sanghaya. Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dharmaya, Namo Sanghaya. Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dharmaya, Namo Sanghaya.
Thank you, Brother Pháp Thanh, for your chanting daily number 6. Right now, our class start. Today maybe a little bit introduction, but right now we start to study. Okay, I will send the this link to Yumi and Vision brother. Tonight or tomorrow, I will send the whole teaching to you, and then you have English. Sometimes if you want and have Vietnamese under. Right now we keep studying right now. Today we keep studying stepping into freedom in Vietnamese. Bước tới thảnh thơi. Encouraging words by Zen Master Guishan in Vietnamese. Guishan Cảnh sách của thiền sư Guishan. Part 4 phần thứ 4, website là pháp nhãn.org. Right now, in English first, everything you say and should be in accord with the teaching of the Buddha. Your intention must be deep, your behavior solid. Take refuge in good spiritual friends, so you can know the wholesome from the unwholesome and learn more every day. Now in Vietnamese, mọi thứ this review, mọi thứ mà mình nói đó, mình chia sẻ hay mình hướng dẫn đó thì nó phù hợp mọi cái điều mà mình hướng dẫn hay mình chia sẻ mình nói đó, nó phải phù hợp với cái lời dạy của Đức Phật, lời dạy của Đức Phật. Cái điều the teaching be in accord with, tức là phù hợp với cái lời dạy Đức Phật. Bởi vì lời dạy Đức Phật là lời dạy chánh pháp, mà những gì mình nói chia sẻ mà nó không phù hợp với lời dạy Đức Phật á, thì chúng ta đừng có nên theo. Quý vị nhớ. Và cái sự chú ý của mình á, của bạn á, do tức là mình chỉ cho mình hoặc là cho bạn hay là cho chúng ta cũng được, là phải sâu sắc. Cái sự chú ý của mình, sự đó, và những cái cách hành động hay cư xử của mình nó phải vững chãi. Nương tựa vào bạn tốt á, bạn tâm linh thiện lành, để cho mình có thể biết được cái điều lành từ như cái điều bất lành, bất thiện, và học nhiều hơn nữa mỗi ngày. Thì ở đây thầy nói giới thiệu sơ bữa chúng ta học rồi, nhưng mà thầy giới thiệu bữa mình học rồi. Now we would like to discuss about a little bit English. You see, everything we say and we share or we discuss should be suitable for the teaching of the Buddha. You see, sometimes we discuss and we say something, but sometimes not suitable for the teaching of the Buddha. But because the teaching of the Buddha is the real or the right teaching, never wrong. You see, the teaching of the Buddha never wrong. Wrong or not right depend on our practice. You see, sometimes we go to a temple, but we don't have time to learn or to practice the Buddha teaching. We only follow faith or confidence. We follow the parent way, because when we are young, all the time mommy or daddy take us to go to the temple. We only go to a temple, worship. We think that the Buddha is the Buddha who is the God, not the Buddha who is awakened, a fully awakened one or enlightened one. That's why we go to the temple. We buy some flower, some fruits, some apple, some banana, offer the Buddha. All the time we say, go to a temple, our duty enough. It's not enough. Only worship. It's not enough, because the Buddha teaching not only worship but also practice, emphasize practice. Learning first, understanding and practice. If you don't learn, if you don't spend your proper time learning the Buddha teaching, how do you understand the Buddha teaching? When you learn, you have time to learn and understand the Buddha teaching, and then you apply the Buddha teaching in your daily life. All the time you don't consider the Buddha who is the God, like another religion consider the Buddha who is God. It's not correct, because the Buddha who is not God. The Buddha only teacher, but in this case teacher who is a fully awakened one. You see, awakened one or the fully enlightened one. All the time it's real. Go to the temple, follow mommy, daddy, go to the temple. But ourselves, our duty should study the Buddha teaching. It's better. When we study right now in the modern time, around more than 1 year, all the time we have Zoom. Don't need to go to a temple. Stay at home, but study together by rules Zoom. All the time we learn the Buddha teaching very easily. So right now in the modern time, we are very lucky to stay at home to learn the Buddha teaching. Through Zoom. Very happy and very lucky for us. That's why when we understand the Buddha teaching and the Dharma of the Buddha teacher, the Dharma of the Buddha or the teaching of the Buddha and the student of the Buddha, we ourselves should study first. Study and understand the Buddha teaching, and then other time something we learn, something we say, always suitable for the right teaching of the Buddha. Other time good. Sometimes, for example, New Year, follow Vietnamese tradition, Vietnamese Buddhist tradition, long time. They worship star. You see, star, but in the sky. Star, sometimes material, we don't know. This is very far from us. Sometimes we use plan use another, but maybe it's take us a lot of time go there, but we don't know star. Sometimes we follow heavy tradition. Other time we worship star. You see, if you go to somewhere, for example, the temple, they follow tradition, heavy tradition, and they follow tradition. Other time you write your name, full name, and day of birth, and the master have duty when the full moon of the first month of the year. The new year, read the whole your name suitable star. But in Vietnamese, nam la hầu nữ kế đô. Other time follow that. Other time the young who was born here or the young who study here, they don't understand the Buddha teaching. That time they think the Buddha teaching is sometimes not clear for them to understand. That's why, in my view, when I study India in this country also, some heavy tradition I reject. It's not suitable for the Buddha teaching. The Buddha teaching is right and correct, never wrong. But wrong or not right depend on our study, our practice and our applying. That's why reject one by one. The Buddha teaching is very scientific. And when we understand, a lot of time easy for us to follow step by step. And then some new year, new spring, for the first full moon come. They have a tradition, they worship star, but I don't agree. So when I study and I reject it, I don't like. But some temple, they follow Vietnamese Buddhist tradition, they worship star, you see. And but they choose only 9 stars. Sometimes they choose 29 stars. But star is material, it's very big and we never know. But many stars, but we choose follow Chinese tradition, choose only 9 stars or 29 stars. It's not correct. So I last maybe 2 days ago, all the time our class study, I say any star in the sky, in the heaven, in the sky, not important than the star of cause effect. You see, the star of cause and effect is more important than material star. It's very important. Star of cause and effect, very important. But if you worship star, but you by day, every day, you do wrong, you say something wrong, you think about something wrong, you harm people, you harm animal, you harm environment, not good. So you worship 1,000 times. It's not correct. You see, that's why the Buddha teaching always correct. But everything we say should be in accord with the teaching of the Buddha. Suitable the Buddha teaching. All the time we are good. We are good practitioner. That's why before understand the Buddha teaching, first we learn first. We learn the Buddha teaching all the time. Our mind open more and more, and we understand the Buddha teaching. You see, and the daily chanting number 3. You see, if you may have maybe vision, brother, not yet. You don't have. I will send to you tonight or tomorrow. Maybe number 3, number 4. You can see it. The Dharma of the world, all the one that has been well proclaimed by the Buddha himself, is very practical in the present moment. You see, have beyond time, have value beyond time. Taking refuge in the Buddha. Why one can cultivate themselves, master the Dharma. Come and see, come and hear, come and understand, come and learn, come and practice the Buddha teaching. Come and enjoy the flower and fruits of peacefulness and happiness right here and right now in the present life. So that's why the daily chanting from number 1 to number 6, learn by heart. Near future, other time somebody want to learn the Buddha teaching, you have powder, you have sugar, you have material, and other time depend on you make a new cake. Brother Bhaktan know it, brother Hilak also. So the cake good or not depend on your make. You see, that's why you have powder, you have material, you have sugar, you have water. Like you learn by heart daily chanting number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5 depend on contact. Other time you say the Dharma is very, for example, about impermanent. You have the teaching of the impermanent. You see, and you say very easy for you to say that one by one. and the newcomer are the people who understand the Buddha teaching. And now please sit down, and I would like to invite you to repeat after me, or I would like to present the Buddha teaching for you one by one, easy for you. That's why we learn by heart. The more you learn by heart, the more you say the Dhamma of the Buddha very easily, you see. That's why I would like to invite my brother and sister to learn by heart like that. Okay, so here the second sentence about taking refuge, good spiritual friend. You see, all over the world, sometimes your area, sometimes this state, sometimes another state, sometimes we go somewhere. But good friend very important for us. But in this case, in this teaching, good spiritual friend. Sometimes you have good friend, but secular friend, worldly friend. You see, but sometimes they because good friend, sometimes they invite a good friend. If you do something wrong, good friend revenge you. Now, don't do it. If you do it, and it will be harmful yourself. Now please stop. Good friend remind you something good. You see, but in this case, good spiritual friend. Friend, in this case, you understand the teacher, good people. You see, sometimes we are so busy, we don't have time to go to a temple. But right now in modern time, we are busy, very busy. We don't have time to practice or to change or to practice meditation all the time. Your good friend, your spiritual good friend, like today, Sister Yumi or Vision, have Brother Phát Thanh, have Hy Lạc, and cô Như Thí and Sister Hạnh Minh, cô Tư Bù Lạc have phone together. And all the time something you're not clear, you make a call and you email, or you can make a call all the time, something not clear, and you discuss together without class. All the time, easy for you to discuss together. So good spiritual friend very important. On the way from here to another, in your area or in your state or somewhere else, all the time have spiritual good friend, very important. He or she have duty to give you a good advice, good suggestion. That's why you have. If you, for example, right now, if you don't have the Dhamma name, the Buddhist name, if you don't have, you have time to become a student of the Buddha. All the time you want to become a student of the Buddha, you take refuge in the Buddha, 3 refuges: the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha. Something you're not clear, make con together. Brother Phát Thanh, Hy Lạc, do you have a Buddhist name, Dhamma name? Now please, how and when? All the time act together. All the time you have a suitable time and proper time and learning together first, and all the time for you to take to take refuge in the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha. And then if you are female devotee, and you want to become Ubasika, and Ubasika means female devotee, and you take 5 ethical training. And also, if you are Ubasaka means male devotee, and now you become student or disciple of the Buddha. All the time you take 3 refuges and 5 ethical training. Something you want to learn more, you ask more about the 3 refuges or the 5 ethical training. Make relationship with each other, Brother Hy Lạc and cô Như Thí, Brother Phát Thanh, or cô Hạnh Minh. If Vietnamese, cô Tư Bù Lạc, and you know more. That's why good spiritual friend very important for your life, because in the world, in our life, we have many different friends, but sometimes sometimes good, sometimes not good, but good in this case secular, a good secular friend, but in this case good spiritual friend, who help you to help each other, to give good advice to us together. It's very important. That's why we learn and we know. So we can know the wholesome from unwholesome. Sometimes you see in life, in the world, sometimes every day or every week, every month, every year, sometimes we do something wrong, we never know. But when we have a good spiritual friend, we recognize the unwholesome thing very easily. You see, we know we have a Dharma friend, and then it's very easy for us to recognize unwholesome thing. You see, when we understand our time, we very happy to meet Dharma friend. Dharma friend means good spiritual friend. You see, so we can recognize, I can see the wholesome from the unwholesome. That's why sometimes daily, weekly, monthly, sometimes we do something wrong, we never know. But when from now until next time, until next the whole life, our time, we have Dharma friend, we have good spiritual friend, and we are very lucky to recognize something wrong, and we know, and that's why we learn here, and we understand the word of teaching, and we learn something good more and more, and every day. You see, now new, your parents get you birth, but your spiritual friend, in this case I give more detail, right Bible or good teacher or right Bible, help you grow. Living with white friends is like walking in the mist. You see, it's a very good example. Your clothes will be permeated with moisture. Very good. If you learn Chinese and Vietnamese, other time you understand. Before I study this, I understand only half. But right now I study in English, and we understand, we understand something fully. You see, in Vietnamese, quý vị biết đó là ba mẹ cho mình á là cái thân vật lý này, tức là cho cái sanh nở đó, tức là cho cái sự sinh, tức là ba mẹ cho mình á, mình phải dịch rõ là ba mẹ cho mình cái thân vật lý này, physical this body, physical body, cho mẹ cái thân vật lý này. Nhưng mà cái người bạn tinh thần ở đây có thể là cái người chân chánh, người đúng, những người chân chánh, hay là người thầy minh sư nha, giúp cho mình trưởng thành. Quý vị chúc có hiểu là trưởng thành có nghĩa là gì. Cha mẹ cho mình cái tâm thân vật lý này, nhưng mà người bạn tinh thần hay là thiện tri thức hay là cái người minh sư cho mình cái thân giới, thân huệ mạng, thấy không? Cái thân đạo đức, thân thiền định và thân trí tuệ. Quý vị nhớ nha, cha mẹ thì cho cái thân vật lý này, nhưng mà người bạn tinh thần hay là người thiện tri thức hay là người minh sư á, cho mình giúp cho mình phát triển và cho mình cái thân đạo đức, thiền định và trí tuệ. Trong trường hợp này help you grow có nghĩa là vậy đó. Và sống với cái người bạn người bạn có nhiều trí tuệ đó, bạn thông thái đó, thì cũng giống như là mình đi trong sương, đi trong sương nha quý vị. Mặc dầu nó không ướt, nhưng mà cái áo của mình á, nó sẽ thấm đượm dần dần bởi vì mùa sương. Quý vị thấy không? Tức là mình đi trong sương là làm cái người bạn tốt đó, cũng giống như là mình đi trong sương, mặc dầu nó không có ướt áo, nhưng mà cái áo mình nó sẽ ướt đẫm thấm từ từ. Có nghĩa là gì đó. Cái câu này rất là hay nha quý vị ha. Thầy quý vị thấy nhớ mấy cái ý này như vậy. Cái đây nó có một ý, hai ý nha quý vị ha. Thứ nhất là cha mẹ cho thân vật lý, thứ hai là cái người tinh thần giúp cho mình trưởng thành về cái help you grow, có nghĩa là giúp cho mình trưởng thành, có nghĩa là giúp cho mình có cái thân đạo đức, thiền định và trí tuệ. Một người bạn tốt giống như đi trong sương, mặc dầu không ướt áo nhưng mà nó sẽ thấm đượm dần dần. Rất là hay cái câu này. Dear Dhamma sister and brother, you see, everybody have a mommy and daddy. You see, mommy and daddy. Sometimes parents give us birth in a physical body. You see, that's why when we study here and we have filial piety, and we always express deep gratitude to our parents. Without parents, we are not here. Without mommy, we are not here. Without daddy, we are not here. That's why with mommy and daddy mean is in this case enough condition. One condition, we are not here. You see, and mommy and daddy, food, spring, weather, light, sunlight, sunshine, everything become together. Our time we have this physical body. So we have this physical body, and we would like to express our deep gratitude to our parents. Mommy gave a parent gave us birth. Birth means physical body. How about teacher? How about a good spiritual friend? Right people are good people, good teacher. Have duty to help us to help the body of virtue, meditation, and wisdom. You see, without a good spiritual friend, or without good people or good teacher, we never have the body of virtue, meditation, and wisdom. Or we can say the body of the Dhamma. You see, that's why when we have enough, we will have the body of the Dhamma, or the Dhamma body, or the physical body, like the birds have to win. You see, the birds have to win. If the birds have enough to win, to soar high in the sky, to enjoy the vast space. You see, a daily chanting number 5. If you study like the bird to win, soaring high in the sky to enjoy the vast space. You see, and now we can live a life of freedom, lightness, serenity, and nobility. That's why we learn and we know. And you see, the birds have enough to win, like the person who have the physical body and the Dhamma body, and they are we strong. You see, we can do anything we like. Like the person have enough to hand, have enough to eye, have enough to ear, can see everything clearly. Have enough to eye, can see everything clearly. You see, have a nose, have mouth, have everything in the physical body. You see, if we only have physical body, but we don't have Dhamma body, sometimes trouble. That's why we learn and we know the way we follow, the way we go. That's why we study, and before we understand, we study first. When we understand the Buddha teaching, our time we practice and we learn the Buddha teaching very well. That's why we study here today. I'm living with worry friend, good friend, correct friend, like walking in the milk. Your clothes, our clothes will be permeated with moisture. You see, the mist like the force, right? Sometimes not in this case, mist not like water. Water, if we use water and waste very quickly, but the mist or the force, we go in the force or the mist all the time. We don't see wet clothes, But if we work long time, maybe half an hour more than half an hour, our clothes will be permeated with the moisture. That's why we learn here and we know. It's a very good example. When I study Chinese Vietnamese, I understand only half, but in this case, I understand all. You see, if you spend your time with foolish people, your Germans will keep going astray, and you will continue creating trouble for yourself and for others. The rules of our action are easy to see. You see, in Vietnamese, nếu mà mình trải qua nhiều thời gian đó, suốt cái thời gian của mình đó, mà với cái người ngu, với cái người ngu nha quý vị ha, nếu mà mình thân thiện hay mình gần gũi với người ngu á, thì quý vị thấy á, là những cái đề nghị của mình á, gợi ý của mình á, sẽ đi lạc đường liền, đi lạc đường. Quý vị thấy rất là rõ, và mình sẽ tiếp tục tạo những cái khó khăn hay là những cái vấn đề rắc rối cho chính mình và cho người khác. Quý vị không? Continue tức là tạo những cái rắc rối cho chính mình và cho người khác. Thì cái hậu quả của những cái việc làm của mình á, dễ phát hiện lắm. Đó, quý vị thấy không? Thì ở đây nói cái hậu quả của những hành động mình dễ phát hiện, chẳng hạn như là 5 điều đạo đức á, nãy thầy có đề cập đó, là chẳng hạn như là sát sanh, lấy của không cho, rồi sống tà hạnh, ngoại tình, vợ một chồng và kiếm người khác, rồi nói dối, rồi hút xì ke ma tí hay là đi casino vân vân. Thì kết quả của những cái hành động của mình làm đó thì dễ phát hiện lắm. Cho nên ở đây Đức Phật dạy đó, cái người mà gần với cái người ngu hoặc là người ác á, là chúng ta nên tránh. Ở đây trong cái lời dạy này rất là cụ thể. Và nếu mà chúng ta gần cái người ác, người ngu á, thì những cái gì mà chúng ta làm sẽ lạc lối liền. Nhất là những gì mà chúng ta theo đuổi họ, gần gũi họ, và chúng ta sẽ tạo nhiều cái điều rắc rối cho mình nè, do self tức là our self á, và cho người khác nè, quý vị không? Và cái hậu quả những gì mình làm mình sẽ thấy rõ. You see, dear Dharma sister and brother, foolish people. If we play with foolish people, are not good people, are wrong people. You see, it's very easy for us to do something wrong, to think about something wrong, and to say something wrong. That's why in this teaching, remind us avoid playing with foolish people or wrong people. If we, you see, sometimes we are close with good people. It's very good, right people, very good. We think something, we say something right. We say something wholesome, think about something wholesome, very good. But if we close with bad people, wrong people, foolish people, something, in this case, like we go to the mist, the force, you see, a lot of time, if we close day by day, week by week, monthly by monthly, month by month, and year by year, a lot of time, our knowledge maybe had something wrong. You see, that's why close with good people, good friend, very good. But if we don't have lucky, if we don't have wholesome condition to be close with good friend, or some big trouble for us. You see, first it will harmful for ourselves and for all the people. Harmful, okay. Harmful for ourselves, okay. Our action, okay. But sometimes, if we are close with foolish people or bad people or wrong people, and sometimes we create trouble for ourselves and for other people. That's why in this teaching, remind us, if good people, okay, but bad people, foolish people, wrong people, please avoid. Don't close, because we are not saints. Sages are not. We are not. White people. All the time, we should avoid them. It's better if we close. We are close to bad people, or wrong people, or foolish people. Sometimes what we think, what we do, and what we say are always harmful ourselves and other people. That's why in this teaching, remind us be careful when we close with the bad people. And the rules of our action are easily to see. This result. You see, sometimes you see the 5 ethical training we study learn. Harm, you see, killing living being. The first precept, the first ethical training. Killing living being, stealing what is not given, do sexual misconduct, you see, and tell a lie, and take a rust, and smoking, sometimes go casino, something else. That's why in this, when we close with the bad people all the time, the rules of our action are easy for us to see. That's why we learn and we understand. And in this teaching, in this paragraph, remind us if we are good people, please make friends with good people. But in this case, good spiritual people or friends who have duty to remind or to prevent something not good, and then we know. That's why today we learn and we understand the Buddha teaching. Today we study only this, and I hope next time, next Thursday, we don't introduce ourselves and we have more time to learn more. Right now, the time for us to have Dhamma discussion, and I would like to invite my sister and brother to discuss one by one what we learned today. Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dhammaya, Namo Sanghaya. I would like to invite who are first? Okay, brother Hilak. Okay, we will invite you.
Yeah, the teaching today, it really hits home with me because it's, the company you keep, right? The crowd you hang out with. My wife and I are just seeing this manifested in our nieces. We have 2 nieces that live in Chicago, and they're only a couple years apart, and they've been in this kind of circle of friends from Chicago for a long time, and they're younger folks, but they're getting older now, where they should be taking on more responsible, jobs and things like that, like getting a job maybe, and they still have a group of people where it seems like half of them are still stuck, and they're still, drinking alcoholic beverages too much, hanging out, things like that are not productive to move their life forward. So the one older niece that we have is finally coming to the revelation, and actually my wife said to her verbally, maybe it's time to move on from this group, and she said, I think you're right. Well, she's in college now, and she's actually in graduate school now, and she moved away, but when she moved away, she could see what she was in before, right? But her sister's still kind of stuck in that group. So we have another one yet to save. So we keep talking to them. So it really does matter, I think, to your own life, who you surround yourself with and who your friends are, and what your group is. And that's why I'm so thankful to have you all in this Sangha to make me elevated. You all help to teach me and raise me up. So thank you.
Thank you, brother Hilak. So you learn the Buddha teaching, and the good thing, and from now until next time, all the time you have a good teaching to guide and to show your relative, your loved one. Okay, thank you, Brother Hila. Today, cô Như Thí, who had duty to translate from English into Vietnamese. Next time, I will invite maybe Brother Vision, maybe Sister Yumi. But right now, cô Như Thí have the whole duty to translate. Now, I would like to invite Brother Pháp Thành. Okay.
So I like this teaching, particular the second to last section that we studied about keeping friends, or your parents give you birth, but your friends help you grow. I thought that was a very good analogy because, you know, people who are good people to have around, as you said, not just friends, but good teachers or just acquaintances, are generally people that are looking out for your best interests. As you mentioned, if you're about to do something bad, a good friend will stop you and uses an opportunity to show you the right way. Whereas bad people, or in this case just people who do not have your best interests at heart, they'll tend to only do what's right for them and not what's good for you, and they won't look out for you. So it's very important, specifically when cultivating the Dharma, because here we're trying to learn peace and compassion and wisdom, that we arrange ourselves with like-minded people who also seek peace and wisdom and compassion. And that just makes it all the more easy, because you can't decide to follow the Buddha's teachings, at least not in the beginning, and try and live a life of virtue, and then go join and hang out with motorcycle gangs or something like it doesn't mix. It's not a good environment to grow. You can't put a flower in a bucket full of glass. It just won't grow. You have to get good dirt. So good friends are like a good environment. So thank you.
Yes, thank you, Brother Pháp Thành. You understand like that, all the time we are very happy, and a good environment, good people around you, and all the time it's very easy for you to become a good person. Thank you, Brother Pháp Thành. Before Sister Yumi or Brother Vision to say a little bit the Dharma talk, I would like to invite Sister Yu Thí to translate from two brothers in English into Vietnamese. And after that, Sister Yumi or Brother Vision say English all the time. You yourself can say a little bit Vietnamese. Mời cô Yu Thí và Sister Yu Thí.
Cảm ơn thầy. Đây là những cái ý kiến của từ cô Hy Lạp. Thì Hy Lạp có nói là Hy Lạp có con sẽ nói cái chính bạn đã nói thôi, là Hy Lạp có hai người cháu ở trên Chicago. Thì những người cháu này thì mới bắt đầu thì gặp những người bạn rất là xấu, chỉ có uống rượu rồi không có đi làm gì cả. Thành ra họ cứ như là ở trong cái vòng mà không có đường lối ra. Thì một hôm thì vợ của Hy Lạp mới nói chuyện được với cái người cháu lớn của Hy Lạp là cũng như là về cái đường tốt và đường xấu. Thì người cháu lớn nghe lời vợ của Hy Lạp, và bây giờ thì người cháu đã đi học lại và đang học đại học. Thì Hy Lạp có nói nữa một cái câu này rất là hay, là khi mà mình ra khỏi cái vòng đó, rồi mình mới thấy được là mình đã ở trong cái chỗ xấu như thế nào. Đó. Thành ra mình phải ra đã, sau rồi mình mới thấy là mình ở trong cái xấu. Thì nếu mà cho ra rồi thì rất là khó, nhưng mà cháu của Hy Lạp đã ra và vợ của Hy Lạp đã khuyên được người cháu như vậy. Còn chú Pháp Thanh thì nói là chú Pháp Thanh rất là thích cái bài học ngày hôm nay, thì chú có nói đến cái như là cha mẹ thì cho mình cái sự sống, còn thầy và bạn tốt sẽ cho mình cái cuộc sống cũng như là cái đời sống mà cái kinh nghiệm sống. Thì nếu như mà mình gần những cái bạn tốt á, thì mình sẽ có học được những cái điều tốt. Thì cũng như là nếu như mình gần những người tốt á, thì những người tốt đó sẽ chỉ cho mình. Nếu mà trong cái trường hợp nếu mà mình sắp sửa mình làm những cái điều xấu hoặc là những điều không tốt, thì cái người bạn đó sẽ hướng dẫn mình ngay ra và nói là đừng nên làm như vậy, để mà nó có thể giúp mình đó. Thì cái vấn đề tu tập và sẽ cho mình cái trí tuệ và cũng nhờ cái lòng từ bi mà cái người bạn tốt, cũng như là mình sống ở trong một cái môi trường tốt vậy đó. Tức là cũng như là chú có cho một cái thí dụ về một cái hoa, thì một cái hoa nếu mà trồng hoa thì nếu mà mình trồng ở trong cái sạn hoặc là cái kiến này nọ đó, thì nó sẽ không có sống được. Mình phải cần có đất tốt để mà trồng cái hoa, thì lúc đó nó mới xanh sôi này nọ ra được. Đó là chỉ ý của chú Thành và chú Nị Lạc. Thì đó là ý kiến của hai người. Thì thưa thầy, con cũng muốn góp một chút xíu nữa là con rất đồng ý với chú Pháp Thanh và Hỷ là thứ nhất đó là cái người mà thí dụ mà cái sự khác biệt giữa cái bạn về tâm linh và bạn ngoài đời, thì hai người bạn đó, hai cái nhóm bạn đó rất là khác nhau. Tại vì cái nhóm bạn về có tu tập rồi đó, thì như chú Pháp Thanh nói là nếu như mà mình gần làm những cái việc xấu thì cái người đó sẽ hướng dẫn mình ra để mà mình không có phạm một cái lỗi. Đó là những người bạn tốt. Còn những người bạn đời ở ngoài đời thì có thể là họ chỉ có muốn là làm bạn với mình bởi vì có lợi ích cho họ. Và chú Pháp Thành cũng có nhấn mạnh cái vấn đề đó nữa. Thì con thấy hai cái đó rất là đúng. Bởi vì những người bạn đời, những người bạn ngoài đời đó, khi mà họ thấy mình làm xấu, có thể là họ sẽ phụ vào mình, phụ với mình làm xấu tiếp, bởi vì họ có thể là họ không thích mình chẳng hạn. Nhưng mà đối với người bạn về tâm linh đó, thì cái người bạn đó họ sẽ không có cái lợi ích gì cả, họ sẽ giúp, không có một cái tính cách vụ lợi. Để con thấy hai cái nhóm bạn rất là khác nhau. Và mình nên làm bạn với những người mà bạn về tâm linh, tốt về tâm linh là tốt, chứ đừng có tâm linh không. Những người bạn nào mà có tu về đạo Phật, có học về Phật pháp và có thực hành Phật pháp thì mình nên cần những người bạn đó.
Cô chuyên ngữ là tiếng Mỹ gì?
I really agree with Chú Pháp Thanh and regarding the friendships. There's two groups of the friendships. One is spiritual friends, and the other one is secular friends. So the regular friends, the secular friends, maybe sometimes they just be friends with you for the benefits. Sometimes if you do something wrong, they may help you to do more wrong instead of pulling you out. But then with the good spiritual friends will help you to, if you're just about to do something wrong, like Chú Pháp Thanh just mentioned, he or she may, tell you, okay, don't do that, because this will harm you, or maybe show you the way to get out of the harmful way. So the good spiritual friends is somebody that we need to, close with. And then the Buddhas always telling us that keep far away from the bad and evil people, and then always close to the good and virtuous people, honoring those who are worth honoring. And this is the happiness, the greatest happiness. So we have to go to the virtuous people instead of to the bad people. So that's my sharing.
Thank you, cô Diệu Thúy, translate Vietnamese and English very clear. We are very happy you are here with us. Right now, we would like to invite Yumi sister. Now, please, the first class for you, and you learn what do you understand, and please say, and we understand more. We listen your sharing.
The big take home, well, I agree with everybody else, but it's about, the company that you keep. So if you, keep people who are spiritually, good people, who, have the same belief system that you do, who believe in empathy and compassion and doing good, then that's better than, keeping the people that don't really serve you and are going to be, bringing you down, a bad path. So the company you keep is just really important, especially the people who are spiritually in line with what you believe in and what you're trying to learn, and that's pretty much it.
How about a little bit translate Vietnamese?
I don't know enough Vietnamese to translate that.
Try to speak a little bit Vietnamese. If you don't speak Vietnamese, brother Pháp Thanh speak Vietnamese. Other time you follow his way.
Nếu mà bạn tốt thì bạn tốt, I don't know how to say. I don't know. I think I need some help translating.
No, I hope cô you thấy right now. I think you can share the Dharma a little bit with me. I hope you share with me very clear. Now, please, few main idea, okay?
Thì Yumi nói là như thế này, mình gần những người tốt, gần những người bạn tốt. Ví dụ như người bạn cùng một cái đường học tập với mình, ví dụ như là mình đi chùa thì mình có bạn một chùa chẳng hạn như vậy. Cái đó là cái ví dụ thôi. Yumi không có nói như vậy, nhưng mà lấy cái ví dụ đó ra để cho nó rõ cái câu chuyện. Thì thực ra Yumi nói là mình nên gần những người bạn tốt, tránh xa những người bạn xấu.
I think if cô you thấy translate like this, I think Yumi can speak with me more clearly than this.
I'll try. I'm working on it.
Okay. Okay, now this time okay, but next time a little bit Vietnamese. Other time Vietnamese people around us understand the Buddha teaching more. Okay. Thank you, sister. Now we would like to invite sister brother Vision. Now please.
So I'm sorry, it started raining and hailing in Orange County. I've never done that before, and I had to run outside. So I missed the end of it. But the only part I did write down is the same thing. Your parents give you birth, but your spiritual friends didn't go. So I always had those bad friends. I was one of those bad friends. And I always had a motive of bad intentions to have not bad intentions, but always had a motive behind my friendship. And I got rid of all my friends before when I started this spiritual path, and now the only people I actually engage with is people in my sangha or people that are in the company that help me heal and help me get better and help me improve my life. And I still talk to certain people, and I realize who should be my motivation now, and I'm really grateful for the people that are still in my life and that are on this path right now.
Okay. Thank you, brother Vision. How about a little bit Vietnamese?
hoài giờ chỉ muốn học với lại muốn có bạn tốt rồi. That's the best I can do.
Okay, very clear. I hope next time maybe Vision brother and Yumi sister main idea in Vietnamese. And that time the Vietnamese people around you, around us, all over the world understand the Buddha teaching in Vietnamese. That's why brother Pháp Thanh and Hy-Lạc, now you are lucky, the Dharma in your hand. And near future Vietnamese people who were born in this country, you yourself have duty to guide the Buddha teaching in English. Okay? And we are very happy to have Sister Diệu Thúy who have duty to translate Vietnamese and English more and more clearly. That's why today we have English speaker, Vietnamese speaker, and right now we would like, before sư cô Hạnh Minh say main idea from our study today, we would like to invite cô Từ Bi Lạc. Mời cô Từ Bi Lạc chia sẻ một chút tiếng Việt mà hôm nay chúng ta học ở về nha, in Vietnamese nha. Dạ mời cô. Only Vietnamese, no English.
Dạ thưa thầy, con thấy là các bạn này nãy giờ nói cũng rất là đúng hết, nhưng mà con có cái ý là gần mực thì đen, gần đèn thì sáng thầy. Nếu mà mình gần những người tốt thì mình học được những điều tốt và mình sẽ trở thành người tốt. Còn mình gần những người không tốt thì mình đâu có học hỏi được cái gì thầy, thì mình đâu có trở thành được người tốt được. Cho nên thì mình nên học nhớ những người nào mà tốt nè, ví dụ như là mấy người thiện tri thức nè, những người thầy tốt thì mình mới học hỏi được những cái tốt để mình khá hơn, giỏi hơn.
Dạ, cảm ơn cô Từ Bi Lạc, nói ít nhưng mà cái ý nghĩa nó rất là trọn vẹn. Cảm ơn cô nhiều nha. Bây giờ mời cô Diệu Thúy translate main idea from cô Từ Bi Lạc. Dạ mời cô Diệu Thúy.
Làm sao con dịch ra từ kinh mực thì đen, gần đèn thì sáng vậy?
Mực đó là in. Thì mình cứ nói đại khái gì, mình nói giải thích là được rồi.
Okay, this is the main idea that she giving us the idioms, Vietnamese from Vietnam, was long time ago. And she said that if you close to the ink, and then you are going to get the ink, that is going to flash into you, and then you get some ink too, And if you close to the black ink, you will get the black ink too, So, and then the same direction, same idea. That she said that we need to, to close to the virtuous people, virtual friends, virtual teacher, and so we can learn from them. If we don't get close to the good people, there's no way we can learn a good thing from them. So the wisdom is most important. We need to, get close and stay to the good people, to the virtual people.
Thank you, cô Diệu Thúy. Translate very clear. Now the last person, Sister Hạnh Minh. Now we would like to invite you.
Dear Master and brother and sister, I thank you for your ideas, and I agree with all of you. And Yumi and Guishan and all of you say look like the Dharma Pada. It's in the Buddha teaching, the chapter 6, the wise, and the verses 76. It's in the treasure of advice of the wise. And the Buddha said,
should want a man of wisdom meet, who points out faults and gives reproof, who lays a hidden treasure there, which such a says should one consist. Consisting, so is one enriched and never decline. This means if one discovers a wise person who points out one's errors or mistakes and sternly corrects one, he should be looked upon as the beginner, the reviewer of the treasure. And the verse number 77 is mean the virtuous cherish good advice. Let him exalt, let him interest, and check one from appeasement. Dear in it is he to the true, not dear he to the false. It means the wise and a good person who reproaches the wrong and prevents the person from getting into anti-social behavior. Number 78, the company of the virtuous. Don't go around with the evil friends. With the robbers, do not resort. Spend your time with the noble friends and worthy ones pleasure. It means do not associate with the people who have evil ways. Avoid the company of wicked, evil people who are mean and bad. Associate with the worthy ones. Keep the company of noble persons who are superior in quality, virtue, and who will be able to elevate you. Yeah. So I think every idea of yours is the same Dhammapada, the verse 76, 77, and 78. Now I would like to say something Vietnamese for to be like understand what I mean. Nam mô Di Đà Phật. Con kính bạch quý sư thầy và đạo hữu là con thấy tất cả những cái câu của quý vị đều giống như những câu pháp cú trong chương 6 là phẩm hiền triết. Thì thì câu 76 thì Đức Phật có dạy là nếu thấy bậc hiền trí chỉ lỗi và khiển trách như chỉ chỗ chôn vàng, hãy thân cận người trí. Thân cận người như vậy chỉ tốt hơn không xấu. Có nghĩa là khi mà một người mà phát hiện ra một người khác khôn ngoan chỉ lỗi cho người khác và nghiêm khắc chữa cái lỗi đó, thì cái người đó coi như là người đã tiết lộ cho mình một cái kho báu thiện, làm thiện. Rồi câu số 77 là những người hay khuyên dạy ngăn người khác làm ác, được người hiền kính yêu, bị người ác không thích. Có nghĩa là khi mà cái người mà khuyên dạy người khác, người khôn ngoan tốt lành, biết trách móc hoặc là cảnh cáo hoặc ngăn cản một người nào có hành vi ác chống đối với xã hội thì những người đó được những người đạo đức thích. Còn những kẻ xấu thì lại không ưa những người đó. Và cái câu số 78 là con nghĩ là rất là hay, là chớ thân với bạn ác, chớ thân kẻ tiểu nhân, hãy thân người bạn lành, hãy thân bậc thượng nhân. Có nghĩa là không nên kết giao với những người ác, người xấu, mà chỉ nên kết giao hoặc là liên hệ với những người bạn cao quý, những người bạn mà có đức độ. Thì con thấy là trong cái phẩm này còn thêm mấy câu nữa, nhưng mà con thấy 3 câu này rất là hợp với cái đoạn văn hôm nay học. Con cũng xin nói tóm tắt ra như vậy để cô từ đi lại thì con nói Nam mô Di Đà Phật. Rất cảm ơn.
Thank you, Sister Han Minh. Dear Dhamma sister and brother, you see, when we study encouraging words by Zen Master Guishan, what Siko Hanman mentioned about the Dhammapada. The Dhammapada under Kuttaka Nikaya. Dhammapada means the golden teaching of the Buddha. This is the root teaching, the right teaching. Very, very good. In the future, we will study the Dhammapada. Dhamma means the Buddha teaching. Pada means sentence by sentence. And she show us the original teaching of the Buddha. And we study here and we know. Thank you, Sister Hanman. Vietnamese and English very fluently. And Yumi and Sister Brother Vision, maybe next time follow you. Okay, right now the time for us is over. I would like to invite Brother Pháp Thanh to share Vietnamese and English hồi hướng công đức, sharing the merits.
Hồi hướng công đức từ tập hôm nay, nguyện cầu và giáo công sản buồn lối, con và tất cả mọi người, con nào túc tập con đúng kê tốn. Hồi hướng công đức, nguyện đem công đức này, hướng về các tất cả thế tu và chúng sanh, thế trần gian phán đạo. Sharing the merit. May the merit of cultivation today be directed towards all living things and living beings. We and human beings can realize the Buddha's way together. Sadhu, lan thai, well done, and excellence.
Okay, thank you, Brother Pháp Thanh, for your daily chanting music. Thank you, Dhamma sister and brother. May you be well, may you be happy, may you be peaceful, may you and your loved one be well, happy and peaceful. Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dhammaya, Namo Sanghaya. May the Buddha and Bodhisattva bless and protect you and your loved one. Namo, anytime and anywhere. Sadhu, lành thay, well done and excellent.